welcome back. Energized, pumped, ready to go, deliver you all the toy goodness that we do here on Figure Not Included, episode 20.
We're back, baby.
Back.
The big 2-0, Michael. Can you
We
believe
made
it?
I can. It feels like we've been doing it for 20 years, but only episode 20.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
unbelievable. It's been good, man. It's been a good run. I think we really kind of worked at things, getting a fun show going. I feel good about our direction.
Yeah.
And I know we talked about this, that we were planning something for the 20th, but I think we're going to push it back to 25.
In the holding pattern, yes. We were thinking of, you were just saying 20th special episode. We're going to move it to the 25th, our 25th episode. We're going to have some really fun giveaways, special surprises, and that will be a really fun show. And it'll just be a little bit away. Just because we have Comic-Con coming up and we want to focus all of our energy and attention to that behemoth of an event coming up. So
that's some of our reasoning there to push it back a little bit, but we definitely want to do something real special. We figured 25 is actually probably a better number for that anyway. And this way we can focus on our San Diego Comic-Con stuff. You're going to some amazing on the show floor, spectacular bonanza. So we're all super excited to see how that's going to be. And it'll just, give us a little more time to make this even cooler, even better. And our 25th will be even more spectacular. So hang in there, and we're gonna make it happen, right, Michael?
I'm keeping on. We're gonna make it happen. But we got stuff happening this episode. Well, yeah.
Some stuff happening.
What do you have there?
A little swag.
Oh,
wait.
Let me sippy cup.
This side. Maybe this side it tastes a little better.
How do we taste?
There's something really good in there, Michael. I don't know what you put in it, but
it's a warm cream.
Some warm cream.
It goes down the throat real nice, real smooth.
Now that's the way to start your morning, with a little FNI.
Well, Figure Not Included is on in the morning, so make sure you get your mug. That'd be great. But we also have other stuff. So we talked about San Diego Comic-Con coming up. How super pumped we are. Super pumped, super plump. Ready to deliver you all the good. We got interviews lined up. We got some toy tours. We got all sorts of stuff. So it's going to be really fun. We'll put out fun videos and pictures and all that stuff. So I'll be out there, the correspondent. I really felt like I should dress up like, everyone dresses up for Comic-Con. I figured maybe I should do like a 1950s reporter, like a coat with a fedora that says press on it, make myself look legitimate.
You should totally dress up like Clark Kent from the 1950s.
Yeah.
But underneath instead of the big ass, it's the FNI shirt. Boom.
Rip it off like this.
But
I'm ready to report.
The nipples are cut out, though.
Clearly, yeah. Yeah. That's how I rock my shirt.
Maybe not.
I mean, it depends.
I'll leave that up to you. It depends how good you are or bad about chafing. We don't know.
Yeah, it could be pretty bad, but that'll be an editorial decision I make on the day. So
there you go.
But it's a good idea, nonetheless. If people want to see my nipples, let me know in the comments. I live to serve, so I serve to entertain.
Whatever it takes, right, Michael?
Whatever it takes to get that hot interview, to get that scoop. So if I'm there with June from Jada Toys, it's like, hey man, are you gonna let me know what's next in Street Fighter? I'll cut these out right now. So
we'll clip them off. I got the scissors right in my pocket.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. They're just Velcroed on. I just rip them off instantly. So
you just chew them off your shirt.
So I'm going to be out there. If you do see me on the floor, I'll be there in my Figure Not Included shirt. So I won't be hard to miss. But I will have stuff to give to the fine folks, the fine fans. Figure Not Included. You want to preview some of it right now?
Yeah, show them the box. What's in the box, Michael? Yeah, we didn't want to send you out there empty-handed. We wanted you to connect with the fans. We wanted you to spread the word of what we're doing and, the fun we're having together. We want other people to join in. So what did you get there, Michael? I think you're going to have some fun stuff.
Let's start off with some simple stuff, but always fun. We got Figures Not Included stickers.
Yeah.
Great to have. They have a little barcode on there as well, so you can scan that.
Right to the page.
Right to the main page. We also got, our sponsors, Hidden Temple Toy stickers.
Ooh, fancy.
Yeah, so these are great too. A nice reflective sheen to it as well. So A little nice pearlescent reflection right there. Looks pretty cool, I think.
I'd put that on my bumper.
Absolutely. You can put that on your bumper. You can put that on your butt. You can put that wherever you want. But if you find me, I'll give them to you for sure. So then we got a couple of other things that we'll have to have some discretion because they're very rare, and we want to make sure that only the biggest fans and supporters of Figures Not Included are rocking these. I'll have one for this is what I'm gonna wear. Well, I'll keep all my goodies in.
Oh, we call that the swag bag.
Swag bag, right across the chest or right in front of the crotch. Not sure yet.
You gotta wear that old traditional, Michael.
Old traditional, like put it right there on the crotch, like sunglasses, backwards hat, a little dab of sunscreen on the nose.
80s style.
Really good. Yeah, very, very cool. 80s style. I think that's the way to rock it. But I'm gonna put all the stickers in there. And we have some other stuff as well. I have this black bag I'm gonna just rip open right now.
Oh yeah.
Powerful. So, I mean, look at that lovely shirt that we wear on Figures Not Included. And it can be yours now because I'm going to be bringing some Figures Not Included t-shirts.
Who doesn't love free clothes, right, Michael?
Free clothes for everyone. Oh yeah, baby. So we got more than a few shirts, different sizes for different people. But yeah. So we'll have to figure out maybe like if someone's watching this, we can do like a secret word. And if you say the secret word and you find me, you might get a shirt.
Yeah. What's going to be your secret word, Michael?
Secret word is what's a good one? I mean, something that's like quick and catchy, but it's like almost like a speakeasy. If you're going to speak, I'm going with the whole 1950s motif.
Exactly. So you need something. What's a good password to open the door?
Be like cats out of the bag.
The cat's out of the bag, Michael.
Wink. Wink. Yeah, okay. So that's your secret phrase. The cat's out of the bag. And then
you heard it here first, guys. Yeah. Put in those memory banks. Find Michael.
Find me, and you might get lucky. So got some fun shirts over there. And then I think this might be the most special of things.
Ooh.
Well, I'm not the only one. Well, you're the only one, I should say, that's going to be enjoying the juices of our bodies.
What? Oh, hey.
Hey.
Now you can...
I can slurp you. Cheers.
Slurp our morning coffee as we watch Figures Not Included.
Oh, that edge. So good today.
Yeah.
Love that Ned juice.
I think a lot of this merch, I think we're debuting it here for San Diego Comic-Con, but hopefully it will make its way to our webpage.
Yes.
And you might be able to, take it home with you and get your own morning cup of Joe in your favorite Toy Joe's.
Yeah, man. And this is a nice quality cup, too. You found some good ones here.
Wait, what's our phrase, Mikey? Come for the toys, stay with the boys. How's
it
work?
The boys. Come for the toys, drink the boys.
There you go, guys. Yeah. And also some t-shirts and other fun stuff we're going to put on the website, help up the channel, get you guys out there, some fun stuff, some fun merch.
Looking good, feeling good in the morning. You got like a whole attire over here with the fanny pack and the shirt.
The morning apparel.
The morning apparel. Now, I'm really excited for the last thing that we're going to show off. This is one that we were talking about. That's just like it had a different vibe to it.
Yeah,
really cool. And I was really excited when you said like, "Oh, we're going to be doing this as a giveaway."
Yeah, really fun. Something that people seem to really like. I've seen other people kind of do something like it, and we're like, yeah, we should definitely do something fun like this. I think it's just a fun little memento. Help support the channels. To help support Hidden Temple Toys. So. Show them what we're gonna be handing out there, Michael.
You taped this thing like you were like it had contained gold bricks or something.
Oh, it does, Michael. It's better than gold, in my opinion.
It's worth its weight in gold, I would say. What I saw in the pictures. But yeah. So again, if you see me, and you might be able to get a shirt. I think the shirts are obviously the most rare thing because I only have room for a certain amount to give out, and so those are for the real specials people out there. The biggest fans.
You got to get there. You got to charm Michael. You got to say some kind words to him. Maybe throw him a few compliments.
Yeah, I have such a big ego, but low confidence. So if you make me feel good about myself, do my thing. Maybe you get one of these. These are amazing. Let's bring these up close.
What?
These are Hidden Temple toys and figures, not included poker chips.
Wow, that's fun swag. If I do say so myself.
I mean, when you ever see something like this? Never. Not like this.
I would say never, but hey, it's still pretty
cool.
Never.
You've never seen this before, ever. Okay.
First time ever done, right?
Yep. So we got two things here. You got figures not included. So you can't see it because of the light right here, but it says scan and subscribe. No figures, just hot takes. The hottest of takes.
So hot, guys, how we do it. We give you guys the best, hottest, most enjoyable takes in the toy world.
Thickest takes you've ever heard here on Figures Not Included. And then you got Hidden Temple Toys, a chip that says, come explore. What treasure will you find?
Would you find? Excellent. These would be cool. We should do something really fun, Michael. Like if somebody has you show these chips at Hidden Temple, you get to come in the back room or something for like a beer or like some sort of moonshine.
Little Ed moonshine.
Some of Ed's peach,
Uncle Ed moonshine.
Uncle Ed's peach moon. I don't know.
He'll get you chip face. Yeah.
We'll have to come up with something fun to do.
Well, for the new location, I think you guys can definitely work something there,
Oh, so. That's true. That's true. More to come on that, Michael.
But yeah, that's
fun stuff, man. I'm excited. I'm glad you're gonna have some really cool stuff to take with you and to share with like-minded fellow toy collectors and enjoy that kind of stuff and support and grow Figures Not Included, because we really love doing this and kind of getting here and sharing all this fun toy news with our fellow toy enthusiasts.
Absolutely. So I'm really excited to see everyone out there. It's going to be a fun time. I'm hoping it's not stressful because there's a lot of stuff I want to take care of and cover and buy as well. So we were talking about, kind of figure out the plan, the itinerary. I was also like telling my wife earlier today, I was like, hey, so I think I got my plan. She's like, I don't care. She's like, I don't need that info. I don't need that info. Yeah, I just feel like I got like this swell of support rooting me on to succeed in my.
That's the whole reason you get married, Michael. So you have this person that really kind of lifts you up and is that
unconditional, absolutely unconditional love and support. And I've never seen someone so turned off by my topics of conversation.
Wow. Well, we'll be talking a little bit about that later. Maybe that's you probably fall into one of those categories, Michael. You're having a cold reception. Well, all right. Well, we have some other more surprises. We're going to share a little extra at the end of as we follow through the show here. So bear with us, and you'll get another little kind of exciting giveaway that we're going to do during the Yellowing, which will be fun. But before we do that, Michael, let's get into the hot toy news.
And that's what we do. Hot toy news. Here we go. Hot toy news for the week. Man, it's a doozy. A lot of stuff coming out pre-Comic-Con. A lot of exciting things. With Comic-Con around the corner, it's just like, obviously, there's so many cool exclusives, so many things that we want to check out, so many things that we want to buy. Hopefully, we get access to them. I was lucky enough, and it's a very tricky system of, it's not tricky, but like a lot of different vendors out there, a lot of different retailers or, companies that are selling exclusives, they do a ticketing system, right? So, you have to kind of like enter for a drawing to get a ticket to go to these lines for Tamashii and Pop Mart and Funko Mondo. Luckily, I got one for Tamashii. And so it's actually on preview night.
You did it, Michael.
I did it, Ma. I made it. So, yeah. So I'm gonna begin my Tamashi on Wednesday on preview night, which is what I really wanted. I wanted to kind of go in with a plan on preview night and kind of get as much as I can. And Tamashi is like the big fish.
Yeah,
Um,
I think that's the
big.
big thing here for Comic-Con, Michael, is like everybody's excited about the exclusives that are being put out and the reveals that you're gonna get to see, all the new stuff that is, going to be, getting us excited for toys in the coming year. So,
Oh yeah.
oh my gosh, I'm excited for you to be there and see it in person and kind of report back to us. I mean, this is gonna be incredible.
Oh yeah, man. So we were talking about like we mentioned Tamashi. I don't know if that's like the big thing that you've been. I don't know if it's like the one thing that you've been wanting, compared to everything else, but definitely it's like
I mean, there's some really amazing stuff. If people are into import figures, SH Figure Arts, Dragon Ball Z, I mean, they came out swinging with some incredibly cool stuff from Bandai. But I guess we're going to talk about.
What is the thing that you're looking? Because we were talking
Oh
about like, what are
yeah.
our top exclusives? Like, what are the things that we're really keen for? The Tamashi obviously is there, but which are the ones that really get us up in the morning, take a little sip from the Figures Not Included cup, and make us want to start our day right?
Well, mine. I have a couple ones, and I'm a big X-Men fan. I've loved X-Men forever, and there's a figure that I've always kind of wanted because I loved it from the comic books. I always thought it was cool. It's kind of a variant of a really popular character. I always wanted to see a Savage Land Rogue make an appearance, and they've done lots of other rogues before. And finally, and I don't know. I just felt like they weren't going to do this figure. I felt she was going to be more of like in lines of like Slave Leia outfit, where like, oh, maybe we're not going to do something so, scantily.
Inappropriate.
Yeah, but they were doing. I mean, they did Kazar, and he was like in a loincloth, and they're like, you know what, we can't. Maybe we can do this. People
Yeah.
do.
If we can do it for the guys, let's do it for the gals.
Yeah, and so they gave us a really cool pack here. They completes that set with Kazar and Zabu with Shana the She Devil, and we get a figure that I've really been excited because I remember having the big Jim Lee poster with all the X-Men, and in the background you got like Magneto and Savage Land Road. And
Yeah.
here she is finally in 6-inch, plastic, super cool. And not only that, but a lot of people I know have been asking for a Sauron, a re-release, Sauron. And here he is. They updated a lot of the colors, and this is a really fun figure. So he was a build-a-figure, a bit of a pain to get. He goes for a bit of
Mhm.
a premium online. So this is a great way for people to pick them up who missed them out the first time. So this is a fun set. I'm very excited for the set.
I love those eyes, those hypnotic eyes that he has, which I don't think the Build-A-Figure has. I think he just has some like white, pale eyes.
No, you got red eyes.
But like the swirly eyes, like that?
No, not the swirl. I think they're just red.
Red eyes, yeah. Well, yeah. So it's like nothing like that, and also you do have the hypnosis effect too, which is really cool.
Yeah, that's the cool part. They gave him the hypnosis part, which they didn't do in the original. So this is like fun extra version. So even if you might
Mhm.
already have the original one, this is kind of a fun, upgrade, I guess you would say, with a little bit of
Yeah,
different paint apps, cooler new
yeah,
accessories.
for sure. Some pinless knees as well. It's always like with Hasbro, it's like, okay, what are we going to invest money on in terms of like how we're going to resculpt something? For one of my exclusives that I want this year, which isn't necessarily at the convention, would be the 2-pack, the Walmart Con War Machine and Omega Red, just because I love that version of War Machine from the game. But
Whoa.
but yeah, it's like one of the things where the legs on this one aren't matching to the game and they're not pinless. So it's just like a pick and choose of like, okay, how are we going to approach this figure? What are we going to put that's new? What are we going to just kind of leave as is? And you get that, with I'm not making excuses. Like obviously, like it would be better to have a fully 100% retooled Sauron, but to retool the wings and everything, you have to have a whole new arm tooling there. So
Yeah.
I get it,
And even so,
but
I mean,
I'm
this figure here was a retool. They use a lot of parts from the old lizard figure from Amazing Spider-Man. So
yeah,
it was never even like an all new sculpt or anything. So
true.
But I mean, that's Hasbro. They're always cutting those corners. Giving us uh, a almost perfect something. So we're forced to buy it again later on when they correct those issues.
Right.
Hey,
But
that's
still
the
excited
that's
nonetheless
the
because
game.
you do like this Rogue.
Yes, the Rogue looks great. Marvel Legends. I know you kind of dogging them a little bit as like the more basic figures, but as a big fan of the comic books, and I mean, I love Marvel comics and a lot of the characters, and I love the fact that they do a lot of the stuff that was from the '90s, my heyday, and so to see these kind of stuff come into these really cool action figures, I'm excited, man. I'm excited about
Yeah,
all stuff that Hasbro's been doing, and
for
this one
sure.
is just really, really fun. I love stuff that really shouts '90s, and this Rogue is very '90s, so even more excited for it. So yeah, I can't wait to get this pack. So come on, Michael, don't fail me. Get this for me.
A lot of pressure right now. Day one, going in with a lot of weight on my shoulders.
You
So
don't come back with her, don't come back at all.
stay there forever. You're out of the club. You're out of the show. So, don't
We're
put that on
replacing you,
me.
Michael.
Replacing you with AI.
Ron Burgundy.
Let's keep on theme with that Rogue. Mondo is doing their own version of Savage Land Rogue, and I mean, talk about scandalous. I mean, this is
Woo-hoo!
hitting all the spots. Yeah,
Oh,
a really,
man.
really interesting choice by Mondo, and I think it looks really awesome.
I've said this before. Mondo seems to be like taking pages out of my personal book because they always do something cool. And like I said, I've been wanting Savage Land Rogue forever. And not only am I getting one from Hasbro, Mondo's giving me one too. And I've been a real big fan of Mondo. I've gushed about them many times before. And
Hmm.
here's another cool example of like them really kind of speaking to my generation, giving us a really cool. I mean, Rogue is such a cool character, any way you cut it. She's awesome. And different versions of her over the years have just been super, super cool. This one's a very iconic one from the '90s. And it's so cool to see this variant. And I love that they're doing things like that and kind of mixing it up a little bit and not just giving us, the standards. We're getting really cool versions like that. So
Yeah,
yeah, very fun figure.
the fact that you can swap the heads too and put on you know,
Yeah, so
the
it's kind of fun because it's like this figure is a whole figure by itself, but it's also kind of like accessories for your, original Rogue that
yeah.
you got. So even if you already have the regular Rogue, you're just adding more to that one to add more stuff to her. So
Yeah,
super
it's
cool,
like
super
it's like a super deluxe Rogue essentially because you can just swap all those pieces, and all those
yeah,
really cool head
yeah,
sculpts and
very
a
cool
lot of,
figure.
a lot of cool details. Love how it pops the color of the green and the yellow. It looks really cool. She looks badass. Awesome stand as well.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really cool.
What do you have? What do you think? You would wear, Michael, if you got stranded in the Savage?
Oh,
What would
I
you
wear what she's wearing. I wear exactly the same thing.
Oh, you were like, I always thought about this. It's like, okay, if I'm gonna be stuck out in the wilderness, right? It just seems like everybody who's stuck out in the wilderness ends up like ripping their clothes and
Yeah.
exposing skin and just getting real
They
skin.
wear, they wear the thinnest, least amount of clothes as possible
I
in
figured
the
I thought if
savage
I
land.
would be stuck out, especially in like a swampy thing, kind of like the Savage Land jungle, I would
Mhm.
want to cover up as much as possible. The mosquitoes there got to be terrible. You know, I don't want. I'm
That
walking
been all
by.
over. Yeah.
Yeah, walking by all these plants, squatting down and getting, a spine in the butt cheek.
Mhm.
You need a
Mhm.
little protection there. I've never understood the choice of ripping up your clothes when you get stuck in the jungle, but hey, man, I
Right.
don't know, maybe that's just me.
Well, I mean, with Rogue, I don't know if it works. Like, if you touch her, like, does it zap your life force as
It
well?
does, yeah.
So then maybe I mean, her skin is her own repellent, so she doesn't have to worry about bugs.
Oh, I never
You get
thought about it that
so
way.
if you have Rogue's power, you can wear nothing at all. So
Yeah,
you can go
you
full
probably
dong out there in the savage land.
oh. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'd go that far, but I get it, I get it.
A
Makes more
loincloth.
sense. This is why I
Yeah.
like talking to you, Michael. You always have the explanation. You always have the
Right.
answers.
Yeah, and I always go to the answer of full dong for some reason.
Dong is always in your answer, my
Dong
cousin.
is always in my purview. But
Yep.
no, yeah. It's for whatever reason, it just works in comics. I mean, comic characters in the '90s wore the most ridiculous stuff. They had, I mean, giant vest and like 10,000 pouches on their belts and
Mhm.
everywhere on their bodies. You know, that made no sense. So I gave them a pass. It looked cool. You
It's
know, it
true.
all looked cool. It looked fun. So I'm not gonna question the logistics of it all, but she looks great. It's so cool, like you said. You're getting two Savage Land Rogue in 1 year.
I can't believable.
Oh,
Is
that's
one.
right, Michael.
And then there's another one that you're talking about. You love your Toddy Mac.
I love Tony Mac. I know that's another one you guys like to frown upon, but I think he does some pretty cool stuff. Not all of them are winners, but something like this Kingdom Come Superman, you know, in his red flames after the explosion. I mean, come on, that's a cool figure.
That's awesome. It's awesome. It looks
Even
really
you, Mikey, even
cool.
you,
Me, the sourpuss.
the Todd father sourpuss can admit that's a cool figure.
It's cool when you showed it to me. I was like, "Oh, damn, that's pretty cool." He did a really good job with that. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, I think it looks great. You know, I just, yeah.
I gotta say too, so like I love Kingdom Come. I always give positive raves about Kingdom Come because that was the one that really like set me on the path to DC Comics. And it was
Mhm.
such a great story. And this is so cool. And it just feels like this is jumping out of that book, kind of energizing those memories of how good that story was. So man, this is
Yeah.
such a fun fig. I'm happy that it came this because I think we talked about it earlier in a podcast and it was only overseas. I think Canada's getting it in a version at like their Canada Game Stops or something. But
Oh, wow.
for us here in the States, I think, hey, San
Hey,
Diego Comic Con.
that's the way to go. And another one to add to my list of I better get her or don't come back at all.
Better than Michael.
I know. I'm
Did
gonna.
what must
I
be
will not
done.
fail you. I will not fail you. Yeah, he looks cool. I'm. No, I don't really do any Toddy Mac multiverse, but I do. We will get back to Toddy Mac. I do want to bring up something to you later on the show, but for now, really cool exclusive. I will do my best, and I will try not to fail you, my lord.
Yeah, I
So,
mean, we just want to show it on the show here so people can
yeah.
see it.
Yeah, well, again, too, like, if you're going out to the show, maybe you can go grab it and grab one for Ed too. And,
Hey man, I'd be very happy if someone would hook me up on some of these because I don't
yeah.
trust Michael that much. I don't know what he's gonna do out there.
Yeah, I might just not even show up. So,
Sometimes I feel like he's just gonna be at like a bar, like
yeah.
outside of
Yeah,
San
all right,
Diego, just
I'm
get
at the
wasted.
convention, guys. Just wasted at the bar.
It's like,
I was like,
wasn't I
"What
supposed to be
we
doing
doing?"
something today?
Oh, so for me, the top is just one place. It's the Jada stuff. It's like the one-stop shop for exclusive for me. I am so stoked for the bison. I do like the Christmas bison. I would have preferred the reverse cost, like at least the white costume that he does wear in Street Fighter 2. But I understand this is the player 2 version, which is totally fine. Or not, is it? Yeah, player 2 version. But it's cool that like even though they do a player 2 version, they still bring those extra head sculpts and hands that fit on the
Yeah,
player 1. So
and I said this before about these sets. The figures are cool, and if you dig the player 2 colors and whatever, they're really fun. But honestly, I would buy these sets just for all the extras you get with them.
yeah,
It's just so much
exactly.
fun to add to your, display. I mean, the little burning bodies, all the extra accessories you get for the characters. Oh, look, Michael, remember we talked about this? It looks like they did give the blowy face to original Dalsim as well.
Yeah, so they included like I was saying with the deluxe packages, wherever it wasn't in the original release of the Player One figure, they added into the deluxe edition. So
Yeah.
you have both characters, you have the full set for both.
I mean, that's pretty awesome. I mean, I love that. I love the fact that Jada did that and they're like, we didn't get these out and we want them to be able to use the accessories with all the figures.
Mhm.
Let's throw in the regular player colors as well. That's so cool.
Yeah, yeah, and you get the flaming body, you get the yoga fire, the yoga flame. That's all really fine and dandy. So really, really excited about that one. Bison as well. You get a lot of cool stuff with him. Let me just bring up that photo for you. It's a nice, nice photograph. And yeah, you get the two extra head sculpts that they use for this one, with the player in one hat, the red hat. You get the hands that switch apart. You get the blue flame body, and then you get the Psycho Crusher effect.
Psycho Crusher. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so cool, man. The accessories really make these sets. I love it. You know, it's a great way to add more to your collection and just enhance the figures. And it's a great reason to buy a player too. A lot of people are like, oh, I don't really need another color, but you get so much here that it kind of makes it worth it. So
Yep.
very cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's the ones that felt the most different were Violent and Evil Ryu. They felt like separate characters, which they are in the game. And they
Right.
did bring, the stage pieces. They brought like the can that breaks apart and the side and Ryu's stage that breaks apart as well. So it felt like, okay, that was like, it makes sense. Then they had the pink costume Chun-Li that brought the giggling face and the peace sign, which felt you need to get because you need to have a complete
Yeah.
Chun-Li. But the more we get along with player two, I'll be interested to see what they do to make it feel like, oh, it's something that fits, canonically into the Street Fighter video game lore, where it makes you want to buy those things. So
Yeah, I love that too. I wish that all the player twos came with like a bunch of accessories like this. It makes it exciting. Because it is, it's just a redeco, but with all
right.
the extra stuff, it gives you a reason to want to buy, more of it. And
Oh yeah.
Data does a good job of doing that, not just giving you a player two, but giving you extra stuff to go with the collection. So very cool.
100%. I imagine once, and this is just forward thinking. Like I'm very concentrated on this Comic Con and getting these, but I could see next year, maybe even the year after, they would do an exclusive pack. After they've released every single Street Fighter 2 character of all their game over portraits. Just like a
That
like
would be
a like a
awesome.
15 pack or something, 16 pack of all those heads. I
Yeah,
think
just see all the busted
Yeah,
up,
I think
bleeding
I would buy those.
pieces.
Yeah, I think it's
Oh,
like yeah, I'd be an instant buy.
yeah,
So,
I would love to
uh,
do that.
yeah. Speaking of
Oh,
multiples,
what
we
would
got
your wait, Michael? What would your face be like? Let's see your beat up face at the end of
oh, yeah,
player
that's a good
game
question.
over screen.
I don't really have okay, let me see. I think I go I think
That's a good one, Michael. I like it. I like
What
it.
about you?
That's
How about
definitely a
you?
game over face.
Yeah, I just add like a little like eye crust coming out or something,
Even better.
like a little barf like falling out of my mouth. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I
well,
like it.
eggnog spilling out. Okay, what about you? Let's see your game over face.
I'd like to do something like with a bloody nose, be like, under her like blood.
That's good. That's good. I think like a chipped tooth too.
Oh yeah, definitely
Yeah,
the chip tooth.
yeah, chipped tooth, blood falling out your nose.
Which is
Yeah,
funny because remember what was the last time I went to Comic-Con,
that
I chipped my front tooth.
that was at Comic Con. Yeah, exactly. You were halfway there to your game over phase.
I know.
I mean, by the end of the trip, it really was game over.
It
So,
was. That was again, story for another time, but man. Yeah, man. That talk about Comic-Con. I'm
oh
glad that
man,
what happens at Comic-Con stays at Comic-Con. I'm like,
yeah, it really did. Along with your shorts. So,
I don't know what
um,
happened, Michael.
no,
My shorts and my dignity.
you left it there 10 years ago. You never went back.
Never been back.
No, yeah. So I'm gonna make sure I don't repeat those mistakes, and I'll be
Yes.
on my A game. But
Good.
I got to be on my A game to get the Neo Metal stuff, the 6 packs. Yeah, I'm down for that. It wasn't what I was expecting. I wasn't sure what to expect, but still fun nonetheless to build out the Mega Man world, which is really cool. And I love that they're dedicated to that. And this might be one of my favorite packages I've ever seen for an exclusive, just because it brings back all those memories of playing the game and sitting in front of the TV console. I mean, when you see this packaging, it's just so cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's such a great idea what they did here. And
so
like, you're
fun.
right. It's just like playing the game again. And it's fun because it's an exclusive that is really fun. And for those, diehard fans who really love Mega Man, this really just, screams to them is like, hey, we understand what you guys, liked about this. We want to give you something that really represents that. And it's a cool exclusive, fun because it's not something that you need, you're not going to feel like, oh man, I really missed out because I can't get these figures.
Yeah,
But it's just like a fun add-on that if you want to build out and you can get these guys, you can do some really fun stuff
Right.
setting up a diorama with the Mega Man stuff. So very
100%.
fun exclusive.
Which I feel like exactly is what the tone of exclusive should be. They should be things that add to the world that are not necessarily necessary to have,
Yeah.
depending on how you view things as necessary on what your collection is. But
It's true, but, like, I know some of the characters come with these already, so you can get one in some of the other figures, but, yeah, I mean, how many times have they've been an exclusive figure that you could only get at one of these cons, and we missed out, and we couldn't get it, and it felt like a knife to the gut,
yeah,
because it's like, "Oh, you really want it? I wanna complete my collection. That's a character I've always wanted," and then you just can't get it, and you feel like you have a
yeah.
hole in your collection,
Well,
and
with NECA stuff, it felt like that for a long time because a lot of the
mm,
releases were just Comic-Con exclusive. The movie Turtles, the
yeah,
arcade Turtles, and eventually they released them in single packs and 2 packs, and now you can get them, they
yeah.
re-release them in different versions, but at the time, you're like, "Oh my god, I need to get these." Like, these are incredibly important, like, they're so necessary to a
Yeah,
collection.
and you don't know, am I ever gonna get a shot at these without having to pay ridiculous second market prices?
Exactly.
And so you get anxiety over it as collectors, so we understand that. But so yeah, these things are cool, but I feel like it makes it where like, oh, that's really, really cool. But like if I end up not getting it, it's not gonna ruin my collection. I'm still gonna get, the core stuff that
Right.
I want. And so yeah, it's a cool way to do it.
Right. We're talking about Hasbro, that 3-pack that Sauron is, like, obviously one that people have wanted for a long time.
Hmm.
It's sort of on the edge of, like, well, that really should be a main release character. He's really important. Savage Land Rogue is a little bit more of like, okay, I get how that can be an exclusive, but making that 3-pack, I imagine that Sauron will get a single release at some point down the line, but um it gets in that world of like it feels like this should be a general release, but I do
Yeah.
understand it. But
And I
uh,
feel what you're saying because it's the same thing. It's like you don't know if I don't get this pack, will I get another shot at a Savage Lang Rogue? What if
yeah,
I already got Zabu and Zar, and I just want, Shanna, and
mhm,
they don't really re-release her on her own? Is this the only way to get her? So you do feel like if you don't get that pack, you're gonna be missing out on a key character,
yeah, yeah,
So I get it. Or and same thing with like you said about the Sauron. Oh my gosh, I never got to get one. I don't want to pay, eBay prices. I can get them here, but am I going to be able to get them? So that's exactly right. Should this be a mass release so people can get the chance to get it? Probably. And it makes me feel like they're kind of understanding that, and they usually do. But I
yeah.
think a lot of people hate the waiting game. They hate waiting around. Will
Mhm.
they release it? And even they do, okay, they will release it, but I got to wait another year or something.
Right, right, and they've done a better job of making these things available online. They're getting Hasbro
Yeah.
exclusive. I think last year, I don't remember what the exclusives were. I don't know if we got any of them, but I don't remember there being a difficult time getting a lot of them. Yeah,
Yeah, I remember.
sort
I
of.
think it was last year. There just wasn't anything exciting. I remember we looked at the exclusive and we are like, "Wow, nothing's really jumping out at me that
Yeah,
it's a must-have." I could be
yeah.
wrong, but I can't remember off the top of my head
I'm just thinking, it was
anything.
like, yeah. I mean, well, Jada has some cool stuff, and then the one for me last year was the Casey Jones Mezco, which was fortunately available online.
Yeah, that
I
was
think
cool.
which is like that feels like, come on, like how is that not a main release character? That feels insane, but Mezco's gonna Mezco sometimes. I do want to pivot really quick. We mentioned Street Fighter. Storm is doing anything, and they just released promo images of T Hawk, which looks insane. Um, this thing is a beast of a figure. You can already tell by the promo photos. And we talked about, that game over face that kind of looks like a combination between yours and mine, the ones we were trying
I
to do. So,
yeah,
yeah, but that's really that one.
yeah.
But he
I
looked,
feel like I look pretty darn close to T-Hawk.
yeah, he looked awesome. He's like our ancestral character, really, and you can just see how he compares to Guile, just like a whole torso,
I
basically.
I love the fact that, like, in those poses, I mean, he literally looks like they made sure that he could stand exactly like the pixel art, I
Yeah,
mean, he literally looks like they just posed him exactly like the pixel art.
yeah,
Super cool.
they
And, like, I
nailed
know
it.
I know I know you're a big concubine for Jada, Michael, but, I
Mhm.
mean, Orm is doing some pretty awesome stuff. And
Well,
like I said, it
I would say just wait till new figure smell, and I might have something to say about that.
all right, yeah. So I wanna see, and like I said, the downside with this, Storm collectible stuff is that there isn't a lot of options to get them. If you want them in hand, you gotta either go through Big Bad Toy Store, which seems to be taking their sweet time, or you gotta try to find them overseas.
Yep. Yep. That's been a problem with Storm stuff. Big Bad's the only game in town that's carrying Storm, and Arena stuff widely available in Japan and China, but in the US, no such luck yet. But hopefully that changes soon. But this thing looks incredible. If I was into Storm collectibles, which I'm not, unfortunately, I would. I mean, you'd feel like 100% type figure that you go all in on. So, a lot of cool stuff. Brings a crate that's included with him as well. Some really cool accessories and hands, heads, all the kit and caboodle that you need for your Storm. Yeah, cool stuff. I don't think Storm's going to be at Comic-Con, which is unfortunate, but another line I am excited about that I know you love, G.I. Joe will definitely have their presence, and they showed off some really cool reveals this week. One of which has been on the top of my list, I think, for the last 2 years, and I think yours as well. But let's just go through them really quickly. Wetsuit here looks really cool, like all the accessories he brings. Sci-Fi, I don't really remember Sci-Fi too well.
Yeah, he was later on in the line. He was cool. I mean, I have his 3/4 inch figure. Same thing with Wetsuit. Very popular character from the original toy
Mhm.
line.
Yeah, a mainframe looks pretty cool. I think when it gets to like a lot of these specific characters, like just like the regular looking characters, there has to be something that pulls me in, which is why I love Cobra so much. Why everyone loves Cobra. Um, we do get there with the Grim. Oh, sorry, the Grim Reaper character. Um, I think the look is cool. I mean, it's just like the Range Viper head.
Yeah.
It's just sort of repainted, which is fine.
Mhm.
Um, but this one, Desert Scorpion. I
Yes.
mean,
The
come
stand
the freak
he is
on.
he is definitely the standout of the bunch. I'm really surprised. I have the 3/4 inch one. He's always been one of my favorite ones. And a lot of people remember, "Hey, you guys remember Desert Scorpion?" And they're like, "No, I don't remember that one." I think it came out a little bit later on in the line.
Mm.
And not a lot of people seem to have this guy on their radar, but for me, he was one of my favorite. He was different. He was so cool. He was, desert scene, which I love because there was always like dirt and sand pits around where I lived.
Yeah.
So I could always go and play in the sand with him, and he was so cool. And he came with his scorpion, and I just thought that was such a cool kind of like pet to have.
It's
Really
so
cool
cool.
gear. Now we get a classified version of this, and they did not, disappoint with this thing. I mean, wow! Even the Scorpion, they blew my mind. I was very shocked to see it because I wasn't expecting it, and I love it when they deliver something that I personally have been passionate about and would love to see. And here it is, man! Wow, another just stellar figure.
Yeah. Yeah. It's one of the things that it's just like it's a childhood come to life sort of thing, where it's I have, very strong memories of playing with this figure. And those are like some of my earliest memories of playing with toys, and to kind of see the thing just really recapture that, and the scorpion it brings, and the accessories are cool, but just that figure by itself it feels perfect. It's so good. So this is going to be a deluxe thing. That giant scorpion obviously going to increase the value of it and the price of it, but all in all, it's really exciting to see. It's one of my favorite ones. It's in the top two, I think. The other one I really want, which I always forget the name. I think it's Night Viper.
Yeah, Night Viper is another really cool one that I used to love playing with. He was
Yeah.
the one with the green and black outfit with the big
Yes.
night scope binocular.
Yes. Yes. I think Night Viper is the one that I'm waiting for next. Those Desert Scorpion very much in the top two, and then Night Viper is a big contender as well.
Oh yeah, I'm in agreement with you on those. Those are really great figures. So I would
Yeah.
love to see a Night Viper follow up Desert Scorpion here.
Yeah, so I'm excited to see these up close and personal. I'm sure I mean, hopefully they'll have some prototypes out there at Comic Con. I would love to see Desert Scorpion in hand, but they're going to show a lot more stuff, I'm sure. Classified is sort of chugging along. And then you got your Rattler coming in soon. We were talking about that.
Yes, we were like, what? It seems like everybody got the Rattler before I did. Oh, a
Aw.
little sad about that, but I'm happy that it's finally on its way, and so it'll be
Yeah,
getting it here next week, and hopefully I'll put it together and show it off.
I would love to see that. Yeah, what's the next? I mean, next next show is going to be a thick show after our post Comic Con thoughts.
Oh, that's true. Never mind.
So,
Forget the
no, I
Rattler.
mean,
We'll
no.
talk about
I'm saying like we got to show the Rattler. There's going to be so
Oh.
much to delve into. You know,
we got to show off all the amazing SDCC exclusives you're going to bring, right, Michael?
Yeah, all the ones
Everything.
that
Every single one.
Every single one you asked for will be in hand. We'll show it off. You will not
In
be
hand,
disappointed.
ready to talk about.
I'm ready to talk about Fantastic Four. It's coming out soon. It's been getting some good word of mouth, and the hot toys have been shown off, and these are awesome. But we got to get to the big one. I mean, just off. I can't even speak right now because the thing's incredible.
Oh.
There's a Jumbo Galactus figure from Hot Toys. Now, this is a little bit smaller than your HasLab Galactus by I think I don't know,
It's like 10 inches. I think
10 inches.
Yeah, because if I'm not mistaken, HasLab's Galactus were like 36 inches. This one's what, like 26 inches?
Yeah, I believe that's right. But still, it looks massive. What were your first impressions on seeing this massive this?
I mean, I was really impressed by it. I love the fact that this is like probably our best early look at Galactus from the movie. We actually get to see the detail and everything of what he's going to look like. So that was really impressive. I love that he's very comic book accurate. They really went out of their way to make it look like he's supposed to, which I love it when they do that. I hate it when people are like, no, comic book looks just don't work in real life. It's not practical. It's going to look stupid. But I think here he is, and he looks fantastic. I'm super, super excited. I like the kind of more metallic-y space armor that he's wearing, We used to see him a little more matte and, comic, from the comic book colors. But to see him here in kind of like a realistic, space type of material that he's made out of, very, very cool. And I'm glad that it's interesting. It is a 1/6 scale line for Hot Toys, but I'm not going to be able to do Galactus that big. And I can only imagine if they tried to match Hasbro's 36-inch Galactus or even try to overtake them. So, but I'm glad that he's still huge and that he looks impressive and that quality that we expect from Hot Toys.
Right. Yeah. So here you can see how he compares to a standard Hot Toys figure. So yeah, so he's about 27 inches. You were saying the HasLab Galactus is about 38 inches, so there's a pretty wide span there. But this still works. I mean, I think you can sort of fudge it, depending on Galactus, if he shapeshifts his size or whatever. I know he's obviously known to be tall, but what's cool about this Hot Toys Galactus is that it does bring the little, Fantastic Four character that you can just sort of slap onto him. It looks like he's fighting all of them. So it kind of gives you that giant scale that you might be looking for in the Galactus.
It's nice because it's not really meant to go with the 1/6 scale figures.
Right.
And that's why he brings his own smaller version. So you can kind of play up the fact that he is so big. And he's kind of like his own piece. And the fact that he is a Hot Toys and he's much bigger than a standard Hot Toys, he's almost double, more over double. It's still really, really cool. So, if you love Galactus, if you're gonna, if you love him from the movie and you want to bring him home, this is a really cool way to do it. Hot Toys won't disappoint with their quality. And so, it's a great piece, And I mean, I would say if you missed out on the Hasbro Galactus and you just want a big Galactus that looks really cool, just work with your 6-inch scale figures.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, for sure, it could work. I think that's the thing where like you missed out on the HasLab, and I was just about to say that where you can easily put this in. So yeah, so he is sort of like that soft vinyl kind of thing. So he's not gonna have and create, like really any articulation. He's got like on the head, on the upper arms and the forearms and the waist. So that's all you're gonna get. But you don't need Galactus to do Spider-Man poses,
Right.
So I think it'll be okay just him standing there menacingly, which is what he does anyway. So I think that can work. But yeah, I think he looks pretty badass. And look, if you don't want that, you can go to the movie theater and then you can just buy the Galactus popcorn head and you can just use that as your display piece for Galactus. A lot of choices out there for Galactus fans.
That makes me think of remember we used to play Marvel vs. Capcom or those games where at the end there was like the big character, and once you beat him,
Just
like his giant head would come out with like one arm that would come across his front.
exactly, yeah. With Apocalypse, happened with the
You can just put
Onslaught.
this big, just put this big head, put all your little characters around it, and just get like a big glove.
Yeah, the ram is yeah.
That'd be perfect.
They gotta release Galactus gloves like they did with the Hulk. That'd be
I
perfect.
will.
Are you in on the Fantastic Four stuff, or you're a Hot Toys collector? Are you more picky choosy with
You
movie
know,
or comic book?
I'm very picky choosy when it comes to Hot Toys. For the movie stuff, and there's just so much collectability. I'll stay in smaller scale, probably do the
Like,
1/12 scale Legends or something like that. I mean, the quality of these are fantastic. If I had, unlimited funds and unlimited space, would it be fantastic to do the whole like MCU in Hot Toys? That'd be
yeah.
amazing.
Well,
But yeah,
especially Fantastic Four, the original family. The Pedro, the Mr. Fantastic one looks pretty damn good. That's very great.
oh yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, they're still Hot Toys. They're gonna do a great job on them. They look really cool. The fact that a lot of the complaints are that Hot Toys aren't super posable or flexible with this Pedro Reed Richards. He looks pretty movable, posable, and really kind of lends to the character of Mr. Fantastic. So I
Yeah,
mean, it's a cool like that picture just showed of all of them standing together. I mean, that's if you're a Fantastic Four fan and you really dig this movie, I mean, what a cool display that would make, you know?
yeah, yeah, and especially if you add Galactus to it, like again, I know it doesn't fit with these, but just to have the full set would be really
Oh
cool.
yeah, that'd be fantastic. That
Yeah,
even like I know you're a huge Pedro Pascal fan, Mikey. If you just want to have like a really good looking Pedro to stare back at you at night,
yeah,
boom,
just to hold him at night, and he
exactly.
had the extra long arms and leg that he can just wrap himself around
Yeah,
me.
just
You know?
any part of your body, yes, right?
Okay. I mean, I was just saying like my body, but
I was thinking like your arm or something. What
I'm sure plenty of people use it in very inappropriate ways. So
inappropriate? Oh my! This is a clean podcast, Michael. Let's not go back.
specifically,
Let's not go
I'm
back
talking
to
about
those days.
those heathens out there, you know. So
What a sully poor Pedro.
the silly poor Pedro, how dare they? He's a good man. Those look cool. Man, yeah, it's just a really awesome stuff. Hot Toys just like they do some really cool things. I got my Moon Knight, obviously, and I would love to get more Hot Toy stuff. I just don't got the room. Even like 6-inch stuff is sort of getting crowded. So now it's like being very selective, but those look awesome. But one thing I saw that is coming out that I'm like, okay, this is definitely one for me. This is the Spider-Verse Scarlet Spider, which just looks absolutely incredible.
Really great figure. I mean, I was a little like kind of interested because when they who was it? It was Mayfix their other version that they did that is like more gradiented
Yep.
and it looks really good. Like the shading that they added to that one looked really cool. And it was kind of like more comic book themed. And I remember when Mayfix did their comic book version of Spider-Man. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. But I remember the Spider-Man looked more like choppy black lines, more like a comic book,
Yeah. Like heavy
drawing.
ink. Yeah.
And then boom, we get hit with this one, and I'm like, oh, this was kind of like that. So if you have that Spider-Man that looks very comic book, like inked and drawn,
Mhm.
I mean, this one's from the movie, but it's still, I mean, it's meant to look like it jumped out of a comic book page,
Yeah.
so it would be a perfect pairing for that Spider-Man.
I love this one. I think I prefer this over the Mafex one.
Yeah,
The
it's, I
the
mean,
one
it's
that's
a
coming
cool.
out. I love that one too that's coming out, the an exclusive one. Talking about
Yeah, it
exclusive.
looked so nice. So I was kinda like, "Whoa, now we're getting this version too." So, I mean, a lot of Ben and Riley fans are gonna be excited.
So which are you going for? Are you going for this one? Or are you going for the new version from Mafex?
I was excited about that one, but I don't know, because I have the other comic version of Spidey. I think this would look so cool jumping next to him. I think I'm gonna go with this one.
This will fit so well with that one. That was such a good point to make that they've only done I feel like that's the only comic version of a figure they made that actually looks like it really is jumping out of the page with that heavy ink
Mhm.
on all over it,
Yeah.
And so this one definitely matches that tone
Oh, yeah.
100%. Even though it's from the movie, it looks just like it's just exactly like they're in the same world. So I would go with this one just because I think also it just punches such a it just has such a better presentation than the other one. That's not knocking the Matrix one, which I still think looks awesome, but this is just like, man, they really, really delivered on this one.
Yeah, yeah, I love that kind of cell shaded look, that kind of inked, drawn look. I think it looks really, really fun.
Yeah,
And I have a lot of the other kind of figures, so when they do something like this, I feel like you're right. It jumps out a little more, and so yeah,
yeah.
I'm kind of more inclined to go in this direction.
Is there anything else from Spider Verse that you were like, okay, if Figure Arts or Mafex decide to jump in, or Sentinel, which makes some really awesome ones, if are there any other characters in the roster that you're like, okay, I would love to kind of get on that figure?
Oh man, there's so many good characters, especially out of Spider-Man. I mean, I don't even know which one I would go with. There's so many fun ones, and like I'm a sucker for Spider-Man. I have like
Yeah.
every single Marvel Legend Spider-Man. I'll pick it up just
Mhm.
because I love the variants of Spider-Man. I love Into the Spider-Verse. I loved it when they did it in the comic book. So, man, that's a hard question. I would have to really kind of think hard about it. But I really like what's his name?
Maybe
I
it'll
can't
hit
remember
up
his
me.
name right now. It's the Spider-Man Peter Parker who like takes on the power of like of the cosmic power Spider-Man. You know which one I'm talking about?
Cosmic Power Spider Man.
Yeah, he's got kind of like a white bodysuit with some like circles and kind of like space stars around him, and he just got like the red.
Yeah. Was he in the movie?
I don't know if he was. I would assume he probably was, but like I don't know. I'm thinking I'm probably thinking of him more from the comic book, just because I like that
Right,
that
right,
that character,
right.
and so
I
yeah,
know that I know that Marvel Legends did one.
yeah, they did the one. So I would love to see import company like this do one because I think it would look really cool.
That's a really good call. I mean, if he's not in the movie, that would be a good one to do.
There he
So
is. Yep, you found
that
him.
would, yeah, yeah, that's a great one.
Yeah,
Um,
it's just so different and really fun.
yeah, I would love to see like, I mean, I would love to see a really authentically made animated Spider-Man from Mafex or Figure Art. We've gotten like sort of the version from Hasbro, which
Yeah.
it wasn't the best. It worked and I liked it, but I would love just to get a really, I mean, like what Mondo had done. Like that kind of Spider-Man.
Yeah, where it literally looks like the cartoon, cell.
Yeah, yeah, it really
Whoa.
emulates it. Spider-Man Unlimited will also be a cool one. I've always liked that costume as well. I know Hasbro did one pretty recently. But again, it was sort of like, oh, like it's almost there. It's almost, you almost delivered it. But I could see, like we just
Yeah,
saw with
yeah.
that Scarlet Spider, like figures could really
You just
kill
feel
it.
like Mafex or one of those companies could just take it to that extra level where it's just gonna, like, be perfect, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, Mayfix Figure Arts. Yeah, either one. I'll take it. I'll buy it right now. Give it to me. Come on.
Yeah.
This
Do you
just
remember I don't know if you remember, this might be a little, old for you, but maybe you remember in, like, the late '90s, MTV did a Spider-Man show, and Neil Patrick Harris did the voice for
yes,
Spider-Man.
yes,
And it was all, like, computer, such that I always thought that was such a cool Spider-Man, and they didn't really make a lot, but I remember one time, uh where was I? Well, I think we were visiting I think we were, like, on a family trip. We visited family in Guatemala, and we went to, like, a
Mm.
Walmart down there, and they actually had that Spider-Man figure, and I bought it there, and I
You
still have
did.
it. I mean, I wanna show that one off one of these days. It's such a cool Spider-Man. It's still in the box and everything because I just thought it was cool, and I've never seen it anywhere. Yep. It was so cool, and the story was really neat, and the animation was really cool for the time. Computer, generated stuff was just
Yeah,
getting going. And, really, really cool version of Spider-Man. I love this animation. I'd love to go back and
that
watch it.
figure was it Diamond Select?
I th I think so. I mean, I remember I've had it for such a long time, and I just kinda put it away with some of my stuff in a bin. So I haven't actually seen it in a long time, but, I mean, I gotta dig that thing up and take some pictures because it was a cool one. There it is. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah, I remember I couldn't find it anywhere here, and then just out of the blue, I found it in,
Or Toy Biz.
I found it in a Walmart in Guatemala, and I was so happy to
That's
get it.
amazing. And what the
Yep,
and Walmart
and it Guart.
and then Walmart. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, so okay, so Toy Biz. Toy Biz did this one, and he had the rooftop diorama. I mean, Toy Biz, man, they have included freaking dioramas with these figures. I mean, talk about having it good back in the day, you know?
Yeah, they were fun. This was it was like I said, it was a very unique Spider-Man for the time. I really dug it. I'd love to go back and rewatch the show. I don't remember very much of it, but I just remember I enjoyed it, and I love the
Yeah.
animation style.
Right. Yeah, I definitely enjoyed that. What I enjoyed that's also harken back to animated stuff. I had to kind of talk about this one really quick. Mezco doing animated style Batman and Joker. This was instant pre-order for me with the Batman and Joker. Even though I was sort of on the fence with Batman, we talked about Batman when they first showed off pictures, but Joker pre-order just came out very recently, and I gotta say, I think the Joker they kind of nailed the head sculpts on this one.
Yes, I don't know. I feel the Joker seems to be much more accurate to the comic book. I think it's just like his suit and everything lends itself better to Mezco as opposed to the kind of sheer bodysuit that Batman wears. I think
Yeah.
that kind of spandexy material is just very hard to pull off without kind of looking like Amigo.
Hmm.
But more of this tailored suit seems to work really well on this Joker, and
Yep.
the head sculpts and everything just looks really.
Yeah. It looks great. I love all the sculpts. There's not one where I'm like, it could have worked, or I kind of wish I had this one. I feel like they kind of got every sort of expression for the Joker that you would want. And all the accessories. You got the knife, you got the cards, you got the fish, you got the cream pie. Who doesn't love a good cream pie in the face every now and then?
You love your green pies.
Ooh, come on, serve it up, baby. You got your Joker dynamite, your Joker grenade, you got his cane. The one big thing that's missing, and this is just something that's I don't know if it's a Warner Brothers thing or whatever. And I'm pretty sure it is. And depending on which toy line is releasing stuff, there's no gun, no prop gun with the bang
Nope.
coming out of it. So, which is weird. Like you feel like that could fly as opposed to like other guns, but I guess not.
It's been really weird about this no gun thing in toys, and so some companies, keep going back and forth on it. Did that play anything into this decision? I don't know,
Hmm.
but yeah, it's kind of like a staple for Joker, and so yeah, it kind of feels absent.
Yeah, I love these photos. These photos are great. Obviously, very photoshopped, and you don't know exactly what you're gonna get with the figure, but I think they're gonna be good. I think they're gonna look great, and they always do usually. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm really hoping these will be on display at Comic Con because I really that will really sell it for me. It's a similar feeling with the turtles when they announced those and they showed pictures, and everyone was like, I don't know, they look a little off. And then when they actually showed them in person at Comic Con years back, everyone was completely sold on them, and they turned out to be
Yeah.
amazing. So I'm hoping
All
the
right.
same sort of fate for these.
All right. Two questions, Michael. One,
Yeah.
if they were to announce at San Diego Comic Con the next one in the Mezco animated series, Batman, which one do you want to see?
Which other character from animated Batman?
Hmm?
Mm. I feel like you need Robin. Robin has to go with Batman. I
That's a
think. I
cool
think.
one.
I think Robin, and then you got to throw a villain in. I wonder how they would make a Clayface, just in terms of like,
Ooh, that would be a cool one from Mezco. I would think they would do a really cool job.
yeah,
I would have thrown in Harley Quinn just because Harley
yeah,
Quinn was, debuted in the animated series, and I think she's just such a fun character.
yeah.
So that'd be cool. But yeah, I love the idea of a Clayface. That would be really, really
That'd
cool.
be fun. I mean, look, I mean, the roster of animated series is so vast, and they're all great characters. And Two Face, Riddler, Harley Quinn, Catwoman.
Yeah, they're I
Catwoman
mean,
too. So
animated series the characters and the style, Bruce Timm's, art style there. They're iconic, those versions of them. So I would love to see it come out. And Mezco does a
if
good
if,
job.
if I had to make a wish right now, and not a prediction, but this is something I would want. Metacom also has their exhibit going on during Comic Con, so they're going to show off a bunch of Mayfix figures. They only did Batman and Joker from the new animated series of Batman,
Mm.
and they never did anyone else. If they showed off Batman the animated series and they gave me a Batman and Joker like this, that would set my world on fire.
Whoa. Well, let's see. You never know, Mike. You never count it out.
Yeah, I at this point, so many things have happened where I leave it up to chance that it could very much happen. You
Yeah.
know, and we're just in that world where like a lot of things that we never thought were possible are now possible when it comes to
Exactly.
toys.
Exactly.
Such as we are with Mayfix, we just
Wait,
mentioned
wait.
right now.
Question number two, Michael. You
Oh,
jumping the
all
gun
right.
here.
I'm so
Shut
excited. I'm so
the,
excited.
the final question.
Sure.
If the Joker was gonna cream pie you in the face,
Okay.
coconut cream, banana cream, which one are you going with?
Oh, coconut cream.
Mm. You like
Yeah.
those coconuts, huh?
Oh, I'm nuts for
You
coconuts.
love cocoa cream.
I
Alright,
love a
cool.
little cocoa cream. What about you? What would you wanna get cream
I
pied
don't
by?
know, I love coconut cream, but I think I'd go with that banana. Love banana cream. It's just
Love a
good.
big banana cream
Yeah.
pie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that fits your profile. Yep. Cool. Moving on. I'm glad we got that sorted out. That was
Just
weighing
curious,
on me.
what the fans wanna know.
Fans wanna know what kind of cream pie would you want in the face from the Joker? Uh, banana cocoa, man, cream pie, whatever you want, it's okay. Mayfix stuff,
Big one.
Punisher and Venom teaser. Punisher is a massive one,
Yeah.
so, very excited to
This
see where they go with their Marvel comic stuff.
Yeah, I think this one caught people off guard, no one was expecting it, I don't think. Such a cool character for them to go with, I think there's so many Punisher fans that would love to see this figure, especially in, like, his, like, older style from, like, the '80s, '90s, so, yeah,
Mhm.
this is gonna be, I think, a big hit for Mafex,
Yep.
and, yeah, I'm excited to put him on, on the shelf with, Daredevil, you know, um,
Mhm.
what other good ones I'm thinking? Spider-Man.
Captain
Well,
America.
I'm thinking of more of, like, the midnight, what do they call them?
Oh,
The Marvel
yeah,
Knight?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I would love a Mafex Moon Knight, a comic accurate Moon Knight.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to think who would be next. Ooh, I'd love to see
Ghost Rider?
Blade, Ghost Rider. Man, there's so
Ghost
many great
Rider.
ones that Mafex can do, but this is a cool one. Another thing
Yeah.
I was asking, because we're talking about, Mafex, comic book, color variants, because 'cause they've done them in the past, like, how much see, like, they did the Iron Man, they did give us the stealth suit.
Stealth, yeah.
They gave us the red suit Spider-Man, the black suit Spider-Man. I wanna see if they're gonna do a variant of Daredevil. I would love to see them
Mm,
either in the black, suit with the red boots and red horns, or
yes.
even like the classic one with the gold suit and the red, That'd be
I
really
would
cool.
I would love the yellow one would be cool. They could do all versions, I think everyone would love those, but I would
Yeah,
love the black suit version. That one just looks so cool.
yeah, I think it's really cool. Same thing here with the Punisher, man. I would like to see like a more modern kind of paint job on him with all black. Be
Yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah, like the Marvel Legends one. I'm still my another hope for me is that we get a single release Punisher from Marvel Legends. I now that Mafex is doing this comic one, I would love Marvel Legends doing an animated version Punisher.
Oh, that would be fantastic.
I would love
I
that.
could definitely see that being a big hit.
Yeah, yeah. So count me in for that. So all these figure lines keep going, keep making stuff, but unfortunately, some come to an end. Diamond Select sounds like, for all intents and purposes, is game over for Diamond
Dead.
Select. Yeah. So they released a statement, very brief, but it kind of gets to the point very quickly. They sent this to retailers, and it said, "Please be advised that due to Diamond Select Toys closure, outstanding orders for any DST product not yet received by Diamond will not be filled." So, no Annihilus, that's done. No Archangel, none of those are happening. So, and
Yeah,
those were
it's so
like the
crazy
ones that
how
were
how
hitting.
it's so crazy how this stuff shifts and changes. Like we were at Toy Fair earlier this year, and well, I don't think you came with me because you were too busy gabbing off somewhere.
Yeah,
But I talked to the people at Diamond, and they were showing off all the stuff Diamond Select had in the pipeline, all these really cool statues and figures and things. And they're like, "Yeah, it's all gonna be good. Don't worry about it. We're just getting through the bankruptcy and the sale of the new company, and it'll be fine. Nothing's gonna get messed up." And here we
Mhm.
are, 6 months later, and it's just like Diamond is on fire. It's like we don't
Yeah.
know what's gonna be left after this trimming of the fat and
Mhm.
what Diamond's gonna look like. I know the comic book world still is in upheaval with
Mhm.
that whole thing. A lot of independent publishers are still kind of suffering from lack of payment from Diamond, and so now the loss of a big company, toy manufacturer like Diamond Select. Yeah, this is, it's for the
Unfortunate.
toy industry, the toy world is just, it's bitter. It's a bitter
Yeah.
pill.
It's a very bitter pill. So it's sad we won't get those. Sad for the people that got let go, and we'll see what happens if Diamond Select comes back in some form, which is a hypothetical I tossed to you, Ned. Diamond Select, Marvel Select, you get these 7-inch figures. Who is a guy that makes 7-inch figures based off very popular comic books?
You talking about Todd Father? Toddy Mac.
He's making Marvel statues.
Yeah, I
Is
see what
that
you
a
did there.
possibility where he obviously wants to do Marvel stuff?
He's
Is
talked
that
about this. He wants to
yeah,
continue doing DC. He loves doing the Marvel stuff he's doing now. He's already got, a big showing for all these things. Yeah, could he be the one to pick up the torch for Diamond Select and continue some of their, licenses that they're going to drop? That's a good one. I see the glove fitting nice and tight. So
yeah. He's losing DC, so that's gonna be gone by next year. Marvel can just slot in, and then he can go buck wild with all sorts of Spider-Man figures, And maybe he does some changes, maybe he goes pinless, maybe there's certain things here and there, but he loves his Marvel stuff. He
wow,
imagine all the Spider-Man variants you're gonna get if he gets the
I know.
Marvel
Just
license.
imagine if he doesn't even really change too much up. Imagine if he just goes from his DC multiverse to Marvel multiverse.
Multiverse. Yeah.
Same everything. It's just now Marvel.
Yeah.
Honestly, that would be crazy. You know, two lines, two
Stranger
companies.
things have happened.
Yeah, that would be quite the thing. Let's see what Todd Father has leave in the coming months, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess that's this weird thing because the only thing is that there's no one else doing DC figures but McFarlane right now, right? So how does that work?
Well, I guess
I'm sure
isn't Spin Master doing some stuff?
yes, but Spin Master makes more like 5-inch figures.
You
They're
mean
not
like, you're
really
saying more collectible category?
yeah, exactly. So I wonder if him trying to go for that license, how that really works and infringes with Hasbro and Disney. Because if there's another person making 7-inch collectible figures and Marvel does 6-inch, like is that a conflict of interest, or can
I
that
don't
be?
know. I mean, the license was there for Diamond Select to do it.
Right?
So I think there is a space for it that
Yeah.
wouldn't interrupt what the other companies are doing.
Right.
Because, let's say Diamond was still going strong and everything was good, they'll get those figures from them.
Hmm.
So it makes sense that another company could just pick up whatever license they drop and can continue making in that scale like they were doing. So,
Yeah. Exactly.
to me, I don't think there would be a problem. I don't see why if it worked for Diamond, it wouldn't work for anybody else. But
Right.
who
Right.
knows, really, Michael? Who
Who
knows?
knows? But we'll see. I mean, crazier things have happened. You never know what tricks Todd Father has up his sleeves, but
Yep. He's a
um, he's a little trickster. But you love your Toddy Mac stuff, and you want to get, I'm sure Hidden Temple Toys carries tons of multiverse figures.
we do.
So if you want to go, check out Hidden Temple Toys. There's nothing else that gets me going than talking toys with you, talking comic books. But apparently, the other sex doesn't particularly like that.
It was upsetting, Michael, and I've seen things like this come out. And we
You
were
see,
talking about this a little bit earlier, and you hit me with these numbers, and I was like, "What is going on here? I thought we've crossed the bridge."
I know. I thought we made amend, or like we came to a social agreement that we can talk about these things and they're acceptable, but
Yeah, that it
apparently
was
they're not.
okay.
Yeah, the top
They
15
said,
least. Yeah, it's terrible. Top 15 least attractive hobbies to women, whatever that means. But
well, I
yeah,
guess I guess this tells us why your wife gave you such a nasty reply
oh yeah,
and lack of support. I mean,
they
the
they
number
pulled they pulled her for this specifically.
she
So
was she was their number one pollster for this.
poster with all these. Oh my god. So yeah, comic books being 33% do not find that attractive. At least that was like the number one answer, 33% for comic books.
Which baffles my mind. Comic books, it just seems, especially with like, Hollywood embracing comic books and pop culture being embraced in the main culture now, and everybody
No,
is like a fan. I've seen such a shift in like the demographic for comic books and pop culture, especially at Hidden Temple. So to see these numbers still be so predominant,
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm shocked, Michael.
You appalled?
Appalled even.
Flabbergasted even. Cosplay right under comic books, of course. Debating, which is interesting. I mean, I'm not sure, but debating comic books would probably be like way up
Debating,
there.
I don't know, yeah, maybe it's just like is this
The
like
talking.
debating, like, politics? Debating, like, on a debate team? Like, what are we debating?
Yeah, what's the exact debating thing? Maybe it's just like men talk, which I understand.
Yeah, I think they
Like,
just wanna hear men talk about anything.
yeah, just shut up. Just stop. Let's shut up and drink, but don't drink too much because that's the next thing under debating. So, MTG, which is Magic the Gathering. I mean, yeah, I mean, these things have been as a tale as old as time. Comic books, anything sort of like card or collecting, anime, makeup, which is an interesting one. I guess men that are into makeup.
I was gonna say before we move on, I was happy that they specifically called out Magic the Gathering and not just G cards in general. I think a
Yeah,
lot of Pokemon collectors are out there sighing a breath of relief, saying
yeah,
like, "Hey, at least it wasn't Pokemon they called out." You know,
yeah. We're okay. We're like number
we're
16 on
okay,
the list. We're
guys.
okay. We're right under porn and gambling, but it's okay. Funko's there too. Marijuana, clubbing. Which I mean, some women are into that. They want to stay home, read a book, which is totally fine. Watch a movie, but yeah, comic books super heavy in the list of things that
I
women.
think it's very interesting. Does it say a lot, Michael, that women would prefer you to collect pornography than collect comic books?
Depends. What if it's like old Playboys? If
Ooh,
it's her
yeah,
art.
yeah. Being very tasteful nudes.
Very tasteful, tasteful nudes. I have a collection of tasteful nudes in my boudoir.
But we know most guys don't collect tasteful news. They get
No.
that raunch, that filth, that 7, lot of hair, lot of
Big
juice.
bush,
Yeah.
big juices flying
Yeah. It's
everywhere.
like how would a woman would prefer a guy to be into that than comic books?
Right?
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Women, I think you need to kind of reevaluate some of these choices.
You ever watch like those shows on YouTube where like women or men stand with balloons and then like someone walks in and they all get popped, depending on what the
I have
percentage.
seen them. I don't pay too much attention to them, but I know what you're talking about.
I want to see the nerd version of that. Like just like me or you walk in and be like, "Hello, ladies," and just like bam, 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 pop balloon pop instantly, like a machine gun going
We
off.
don't even really say anything. We just walk in with our comic book
Figures
t-shirts
that
on,
included,
and every balloon pops simultaneously.
cargo shorts, sandals with socks on them, and the
Yeah.
moment we take a breath, we're just like, pop, 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 pop.
Yep. They won't even chance.
I don't even give it a chance. They just see our
Yeah,
show
but
and they
we
just
walk
pop.
we walk in with like our stack of penthouse. Oh, there that's okay.
Oh yeah, that's totally fine. Let me see those, and let's go gamble. Let's
Let's go
lose all of
gamble.
our money.
Yeah, it's like, hey
Read
babe, can I
Bird's
borrow
book.
$1,000 to go blow it on gambling?
Oh yeah,
They're
love
like,
it.
sure, here's $1,000, but you're like, hey babe, can I get $1,000 to go get some comic books? Oh my gosh, huge comics. We're through. Get out of here.
You're a monster.
You disgust me.
You're filth. I only date men that collect porn.
They're either better be alcoholics and porn addicts.
Porn and gambling.
Don't you dare show me a comic book in your
Get the fuck out of here. Never show your face again.
oh, terrible. Terrible, Michael.
Terrible stuff. Well, I thought we moved on to society, but apparently not. So,
No, not very
but we
far, Mike.
haven't. No, but you and I haven't because we're still collecting. We're still buying stuff. We're still having
We're gonna do
just
what
a.
makes us happy, Mikey. And I think,
Mhm.
I mean, I feel like I can say that my wife has been very supportive and loves me for who I am and what I love. You
Yeah.
know, I, I don't know if I can say that so much for you, but hey, man, as long as you're happy, as long as you're okay with it, Michael.
I say it to myself. I try to reassure myself that I look in the mirror and be like, "She loves what you do. It's okay. She supports you." That single tear rolls down.
It's like I prefer her than my toys. I prefer her than my It's okay. I made the right choice.
It's okay. I'm holding on to my figures. I'm like, it's okay.
I love you, Spider-Man.
I love it, Ryu.
It's funny, you got like a lot of toys like hidden under the mattress, hidden in the toilet tank so she doesn't see them. And when you get a moment to yourself, you pull them out and you hold them close to your heart.
Yeah, I just hold them and go, you're my true love.
Oh no. I hope not, Michael.
She'll never pull us apart.
Whatever happens, she's not going to take her away from me.
I'll never take it away. Speaking of which, even more stuff coming in. You know what that means? It means we got good stuff here. Only on Don't Include It. It's new.
Love that new figure smell.
You've got mail.
It smells so good.
Oh,
Ed,
wow.
What do we got?
Fragrant. Man, I'm so happy today. My buddy Brian, I mean, this guy, he delivers the goods. He's always out there, snapping necks, cashing checks.
Your boy Brian.
My boy, he was able to get some for me. I was disappointed. This went up for pre-order, and I fell asleep on the deal.
You gooched it.
I drove into a proverbial ditch and missed out. But my man B, he went out early in the morning, set his alarm clock, and was able to snag me this.
Hey, Thanos reigns. Ho, ho, ho.
That's where you're supposed to play it, Michael. Oh my gosh, this pack is beautiful. It's everything I wanted. Yep, it's everything I wanted it to be. It does not disappoint. I know the star of the show here is Psylocke.
Oh,
she is beautiful, and oh my gosh, everybody loves that. Jim Lee, Psylocke in that beautiful, purple outfit, and this is definitely probably I think it's the best Psylocke he's made. There's been some cool ones out there. Gotten pretty much all the releases. This one takes the cake. If you guys are into this girl right here, this is a must-have. Pinless, incredibly good sculpt, amazing head sculpts. You get two, just perfection. So happy. And then not only that, but you get this bad boy. I don't know why. I'm very partial to this Thanos. I love this version. I love how he looks like the game. I love the color scheme. He's a chunk of a figure. I love it. And he's definitely going to replace my comic book one that I got on my shelf now because I love this version better. And so, yeah, man, super, super happy. Got it here. Can't wait to get the rest of these. You know how we were excited when this was revealed that we were getting Capcom versions of these characters.
Yep. Gamerverse. I call Gamerverse.
I know. I mean, I can't say anything else, but
yeah, baby. I'm actually really excited for that Thanos. Like you, that's my favorite version, the video game accurate version of Thanos.
I was playing with him earlier, and he is so cool. I put him back in the box just to show it off. But you know what? I'm going to take him out so you guys can even get a better look at this guy.
Yeah,
I know all you guys are going to be like, oh, like I said, Psylocke is beautiful. She's fantastic. Great figure they did there.
Star of the show.
But I think the unsung hero is, look at this guy. He is so much fun. Really well done. Great color. Look at that. Look at that. Look how cool that looks. Big old fists.
Yeah.
I mean, he is cool. He comes with the Infinity Gauntlet, so you can kind of recreate a lot of those things from the game. Just such a cool figure. I am very excited to get more of these in hand. The rest of the line should be coming out in the near future. So yes, sign me up.
Sign us all up. I'm living in perpetual fear because of Figure Arts doing their Gamerverse Cyclops and just being like, okay, what's going to happen? Because you have all these Gamerverse stuff, these 2-packs coming out, and then you have Juggernaut and Shumagorath, Gargantos coming out, this year. If Figure Arts announces, hey, we're going to do Psylocke, hey, we're going to do Thanos, I'm going to lose my mind. I don't know what I'm going to do.
It's a hard one, Michael. You're playing the game and you don't know if you're going to win or lose. On one hand, it's pretty awesome that you're getting these amazing figures. But on the other hand, he's like, oh my gosh, I'm buying all these figures of the same thing, and I don't know which one I like better, and I want them all, but I don't have space. Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, I'm in that sort of situation now, but I feel like there's a pretty clear winner here. I went down Storm Arena. I went down the dark web, and I procured myself the Storm Arena Ryu.
Oh,
This thing is absolutely beautiful. There's
tell
not
us more,
even.
Mike. Like I
I
said,
mean,
you're quite the Jada fanboy.
I love Jada, and look,
So
I also got something else in
give
the
us.
mail as well.
Ooh, yeah, that's a
I
haul
got
right
Big
there,
Ups, which
baby.
I'm gonna open. That's a beautiful haul right there. But this Ryu, the Storm Arena stuff is outstanding. I mean,
All
this
right,
is the first entry.
you're the
So
first. You got the first in hand. You've got to play with them. You got to try the plastic, the joints, the movement. Come on, give us the real scoop. Compare them to Jada's Ryu. What do you think?
it's a hard and an easy comparison in that they feel like two different figures. They're two different looks. And with Street Fighter, I'm pretty particular with like having a version. You know, there's so many different versions of Ryu, but this is the Marvel versus Capcom versus Street Fighter, the Versus series Ryu. This is like the Alpha series. This is the one that makes the most sense. I like having a Street Fighter 2 collection, which is just dedicated to Street Fighter 2. So I'm happy with Jada, and I think, and with the Jada stuff, I feel like they've just progressed already with in such a small amount of time that the Ryu and Ken figures, or like at least Ryu, that they're already doing such a better job that I would actually like to see them redo Ryu at a certain point. And what we've talked about with June, that a figure like Akuma is going to have some new retooled sculpting and some extra added articulation, and they might like to have some further improvements on their figures that reconsidering Jada at a certain point might come in discussion. But as of now, this Ryu is the ultimate Ryu. I just like there has this soft rubber overlay on the chest.
Mm,
It has this range in the body. I'm gonna kind of move it around a little bit. You can kind of get crouched down pretty low, and the Jada one does as well. But there's just a different feel to this. He also
right.
has these insane butterflies that just stretch out wide, so you can have him do a Hadouken pose very easily. Right now, I just have him sort of grabbing his wrist guard, which is just sort of another kind of like look from the game, from the art as well. And I think the face matches that sort of young looking Ryu.
Right.
Um, toe joints might be some of the best toe joints I've ever fooled around with. I feel like Quentin Tarantino playing with his feet. I feel like it's real curve to kind
You're
of
in
pull him out.
love with his
Oh yeah,
digits.
I start sucking them after a while, but
Ooh,
yeah,
Michael.
they hold the pose so well on this guy. So you can have him sort of doing that charging up Hadouken thing. That pose, like his toe is bent and holding that pose, and it holds really well. It's
That's
it,
awesome.
it's an ultimate figure, and the fact that the thing with Ryu with this figure, the one thing I'll knock. Oh, also the stand. It's a great stand. This is the stand that it comes with.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, it's sort of like a ratcheted stand too.
Yeah.
So it just it goes
Yeah,
up.
kind of the like Hasbro was making.
Yeah, but the ones they were selling for like $15 or something,
Mhm.
it's like no, this just comes with the figure, And then you have this kind of like modular stand that it separates in three different pieces. Whoop.
Yep.
Yeah, nailed that. Perfect. Like that's what you pay for. On figure not included. But you can take off these pieces and do like one like a medium size or a smaller size Hadouken, depending on what level you have. But it all works. It all works really
That's
well.
cool. And the fact that they're giving you such a complex stand included with
Yeah.
the figure, that's pretty
Yeah.
awesome for the point that they're at.
Yeah, they're
I
like
just
30
I
bucks.
yeah, from my hearing from you is I feel and I mean, I think that Jada has been working their way up the ladder for a bit here on action figures. I feel that probably Storm has been doing it a little bit longer, in
Mhm.
the figure game. So if I don't know, maybe I'm saying they might have started out a little further ahead
Yeah,
in
I
their
think that's the thing to say. They were doing Storm Collectible before Jada was getting into any action figures.
right. So, they've already kind of learned a lot. And so when they started their Street Fighter line, they're already, like way ahead of where Jada would be. And so Jada, as you say, has been improving their figures as they go along. Like the Akuma will have, even though it's a very similar body to Ryu, he's definitely has better, engineering that will allow him to do much more than the original Ryu did. And so, yeah, I'm with you. I wish Jada would back and maybe release some of the earlier figures with some of the newer technology. But I feel like when we spoke with June, he was very adamant about just kind of moving on to the next thing and not really
Yeah,
revisiting a lot. So I don't know if that will happen. Who knows? I mean, with the
yeah.
popularity of this line being so strong, I would venture he might be willing to do that at some point.
Mhm.
But it's very interesting to see that, and because we've talked a lot about this and we've been wanting to see an in-hand comparison about these two, toy lines together, very similar, but very different companies. So
Yeah,
it's interesting to see how well, where the Storm came out, of the gate with
right.
their engineering on these figures.
It's like you said, I mean, you made a great point. Storm's been doing this for numbers of years. So and these feel like just smaller versions of Storm collectible figures.
Right.
So there wasn't this drastic gap with having make 6-inch figures. They were just like, okay, let's just do what we've been doing and just sort of change a few things, make it a little bit more inexpensive. Certain plastics that we'll use, but it feels so good in hand. It feels like a Storm Collectibles, which is smaller, which is
That's
insane. It's
fantastic. And that's what I was curious, is it going to maintain the same quality? Because Storm figures were pricey, and they're bringing it down to, $30. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, is the quality still going to be there? Is the attention to details be there? Is the
Yeah.
materials going to be good? So it's
Yeah.
exciting to hear that they are definitely delivering all that. And yeah, it makes me more excited to see what else Storm will release.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm like that meme where it's like, how is this profitable for Frito Lay? I'm like, how is it profitable for Storm to release these type of figures for just $30?
Yeah. And
I
I
don't
tell
know
you,
how they're doing it, but they're doing it. My-
it's a fresh air in the toy community because it's always seems to be the other way. You're getting less for more money.
yeah,
So to see a company giving you more for less is amazing. We don't really get that a lot, and I think that's mad props to Storm for really giving us, a lot for what we pay for these things. And I mean, that really excites me. It makes me want to support this line.
yeah. And look, I'm still 100% on with Jada. Like, I'm still support. I'm getting every single Fighter 2 character. I want to complete this specific line and other stuff that they'll probably reveal. They're still doing Mega Man. Who knows what else they have up their sleeve? I'm sure they got a couple of things. And look, like this Vega, just straight out of the box, it looks really good.
Yeah, I mean, that looks incredible. That is a figure I think a lot of people are anticipating. I can't wait to get one myself. So yeah, Jada is a fantastic company, and I've said this many times. The quality of their toy has just been insane. I feel that they have delivered some incredible toys, and they're just going to continue to deliver amazing toys and improve their game as they continue to grow. And so, yeah, Jada still has my full support, but I love the fact that other companies are also giving us good quality toys. And like you said, they're different. This guy's doing Jada's doing Street Fighter 2. We're getting Alpha from Storm Collectibles. They're both great quality, and so all can exist, in the same world. So I
Yeah.
feel like it is competing, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like one or the other. You can definitely enjoy what both companies are doing and support both companies.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've had a drought with Street Fighter. I mean, Storm Collectibles have been doing their thing and they've been ramping it up, but for a long time we just had Soda. That was it. That was the only name game name. I think I had short circuited there, but yeah, they're the only game in town for a while, right? And then
Right.
Figure Arts started doing a few things. NECA had their foray into Street Fighter. Um, But now you just got like everyone kind of getting in the game reverse stuff, which is just exciting to see.
It's exciting. And we've seen this happen in the toy world a lot where, things have sat out for a little bit and a lot of people have been doing it and then suddenly boom, it explodes. Same like
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles. We've always talked about how no Ninja Turtles with Playmates, they stopped doing it for a long time. NECA got a little bit of it, and now it's like every other company is doing Ninja Turtle stuff,
Yep.
and it's fun. It's fun to see it, especially in company in IPs that we're passionate about, like Street Fighter. I'm excited to finally get a lot of choices for Street Fighter figures and to get really, really cool renditions of these characters. So yeah, I'm all for it. And I like supporting these companies that are willing to give us fantastic and well, done figures, so I think it excites toy collectors is to see, amazing toys coming out and being, well received and priced well and enjoyable to have and play with. So yeah, very cool.
This Vega is super fun to play with. Like I'm having like instantly just like sort of getting it in just like a simple pose, just like striking it, and it just feels good,
Right.
It's just smooth. Like they're great figures. Like he looks good. Like the natural face looks good. I'm gonna put on the standard head sculpt on him as well. Um, yeah, it's exciting to see like how far we've come in terms of like having stuff like this and how
Awesome.
much further we're gonna get. So my thing, like Jada, like I only give the nod. I give them, each one gets their stars, but with Jada, you're gonna get a complete line. You're gonna get a full Street Fighter 2 line. You've seen all the prototypes. They put them out there. You know it's gonna happen in the next year or two. Storm is known for not finishing lines. They did it in Mortal Kombat. They're getting there with Street Fighter 2. They've shown T-Hawk like we just saw. We have M Bison in the pipeline. So we're getting there. But Storm Arena is like I still hold my breath because you have over 30 characters if you're going to do Street Fighter Alpha 3. They have Darkstalker that used, the King of Fighters as well. So they were like, okay, we're going all in. They said it, right?
They got a lot on their plate. Yeah.
Are they actually going to deliver? That's my thing.
Exactly. I'm with you on that one. Let's see. We got to revisit this in, maybe by next year and see how well did Storm deliver. Did we get a well robust lineup of these video game characters, and then we'll see. Okay, yeah, that line was definitely good investment if you were into collecting a full roster of certain characters from those video games. So yeah, very exciting to do that.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah, that's a great Vega. That's going to excite a lot of people. People are going to be very, very happy when that comes in.
Yeah, he's fun, and he also has the wired tassels here.
Yeah, little touches like that to really make his posability and just kind of cool factor go up.
Yeah, it's like little touches, like if it's just hung there, like just a simple cloth, it's fine. But the fact that you can add this, so it sort of adds the dynamic posing, and you can get him like it looks like he's slashing and attacking, and the wind is sort of billowing against this. It just adds that extra effect to it, which is really cool.
Right,
super fun stuff, super amazing stuff. I love the new figures, but you know what? I also love old figures.
Me too.
So why don't we just get to some old figures with this segment of the Yellowing? You sent me something for the Yellowing this week.
Let me show something off before we move into yours.
Very presumptuous.
Yours is a little bit of a surprise. I'm very excited for you to open that one. But just as we were talking, about our big one of our very exciting reveals was Desert Scorpion. So I wanted just to show off the original.
Yes.
Let me see if I can get this thing to focus. Is it focusing, Michael?
Nope. Not even close. Take it back. Take it back. Take it way back. Nope. It's terrible. There you go. There you go. You got it now. Look at that bad boy. Pull it back. There you go. That's it. You got it.
Look at that. I mean, what a cool figure. I had so much fun playing with this guy. I can't wait to definitely have fun in the 6-inch figure line.
I think here he is from now on like that.
Here's his Scorpion that he came with. Nice. So very great figure. I mean, super fun. He had his little tassel-y, sun protector on his neck.
Yeah.
Just very cool color scheme. He had the cool boots with the ridges, very kind of
Hmm.
bug-like with the goggles and everything.
Yep.
So, man, this figure was fantastic. So for those who don't remember what the original looked like, there he is. He had a cool little backpack with these like little hook on the top, a
Hmm.
little like blaster, and he had a tube that connected from his visor to his backpack. So super, super cool figure. Figured I'd show that off. But
Very
now,
cool.
that's a fun yellowing. People like to see toys. But I got something for you, Michael, and I wanted you to check it out.
Okay.
Go ahead and just, open it up. Tell us what you think.
Okay. I was in the process of opening, but then I was, so I don't know what's happening. I'm just gonna try to reveal it on camera without really looking at it. Okay, nothing in the bubble wrap. Oh my god. Oh my god. Get the farts out of town.
Ah, I pretty much told you about it earlier, but I wasn't telling you I was going to send it to you.
Because you were saying you're going to send me stuff for the giveaways as well, which I have here. Another
Yes,
giveaway
I
we got to talk
packaged
about.
something special for you in there to make it a little more exciting.
Oh my god. Wild Wing in the flesh. And
So you
yeah,
This was a cool figure. I mean, it's a really nice one. Obviously, this one is well played with. Obviously, my goal is to find
great.
you a mint on card one to really add to your collection. But I feel you would have a lot of fun with this one because it's very. I mean, this is exactly how you had it in your drawer when I
Yep,
would
all
visit your
dirty and
house,
yellowed and
all busted up and played
yep.
with. But it was really, really cool. But I thought you'd like to have it. The story of this one is actually really, really fun. A guy came by the store the other day and he's like, "Hey man, I remodel houses and I was replacing a floor in this house. And when I lifted up the floorboards, I found a bunch of toys in there." And he showed it to me, and he had like it was maybe like 6 to 8 figures in there.
Six.
And there were some other cool ones in there, but the one that caught my eye immediately was this guy. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh." In the under the floor
Wow.
of an older house laid a grail piece for you, Michael.
Oh my goodness. This is crazy. It's like the John Wayne, but instead of bodies.
But I thought that was such a fun figure, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna send it to you for fun.
Oh, I love it, man. Thank you so much. This is so cool.
I know we've talked a lot about our past passions of toy lines that you really liked, and I don't really see Mighty Ducks come up a lot, so I was very
No.
excited to find that one.
Ah,
Like I said, he's not in the best condition, but he's still pretty awesome.
it's in a condition. It's in a condition, and that condition is my possession. It is
But
awesome.
yeah, like I
Oh,
said,
it's so cool.
the hunt is still on to find you a mint and package one. But at least, hey, this is a good what do you call it? Placeholder.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. That's so cool. I mean, for people that don't know, I used to play ice hockey. I played ice hockey in Miami. My nickname was the Walrus.
It's true because he was tall. No one could
Um,
get past him.
because the wall, and I used to flop around in the crease a lot in front of
That's
the
how he
net.
did it. He would just lay on the ice and go, "Wah, wah, 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 wah," and then the puck would just stay away.
Yeah, I just suck it in my body, so or deflect it. I was a goalie naturally, right? So yeah, so that just felt like I mean, it's the perfect synergy of my love for hockey and toys all wrapped into one, which is just the
Fun
coolest thing.
one. I hope you enjoy it, Michael.
I'm gonna watch an episode tonight while I hold my Wild Wing,
There you
and
go. I
that
like that. I don't know. I felt that was a really nice piece, and I like the story behind it. And it reminded me so much of your childhood. The fact that it was well played with, and I just thought, hey, I think you would enjoy this.
I think watching that show, holding this figure, drinking out of my mug, I think my wife will just find me the sexiest she's ever.
My gosh, I mean, I think she's gonna change her vote on that poll
Yeah,
once She catches you, Michael.
Oh, man. It's like irresistible.
It's got to start somewhere, right? We got to start change somewhere, Michael. And you're starting it tonight with your woman.
My woman. My wife, damn it.
How awesome was that, Mikey? You know, there was a figure that was included for you this week.
It was, yes. It only took 20 episodes, but we got her.
20 episodes.
We do have these, which I mean, are these part of San Diego Comic-Con giveaways? Or are we holding on to these?
Yeah, those are for you. You will take them and you will do as you will with them. But yeah, that was another part of the little giveaways we want to talk about. Hidden Temple wants to spread the word. Check us out, hiddentempletoys.com. So if you're in the San Diego Comic-Con and you run into Michael, do a little song and dance. Like I said, give him a few compliments, give him a hug, maybe a few kisses. And maybe he'll give you something really nice that you can spend at hiddentempletoys.com.
Give me a cream pie or two,
Coconut. He likes coconut, folks.
I like coconut cream pies. Whatever that means. But yeah, man, awesome stuff. I am so stoked for Comic-Con. It's happening.
I know. I can't wait to get back here next week and for you to just spill the beans on all the amazing things. I'd be glued to my phone watching all your delicious content come in.
Yeah.
So yeah, Michael, make us proud out there.
All right. I'm going to go rest in my cryogenic chamber for the next 2 days. Make sure my body is nice and tight.
I like it
for the journey ahead. But thank you guys for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, write in the comments. We did say, if we want to hear it again, secret phrases, that's out of the bag. Say that to me, and you might win.
The cat is out of the bag.
So, for Ed, this is Mikey. Thanks for tuning in. Figures Not Included.
This is Ed signing off, saying thank you. And, Mikey, the figure was included for Mikey, but the figure's not included for anyone else. Sorry.
That's how it goes. Unless you find me at Comic-Con, then maybe there is something included for you.
That's true. Comic-Con.
Okay. We'll see you there.